Hello folks, well today we're back in my friend Allan's AMG Mercedes, and I'll be honest, I don't think that this is going to be a very interesting video, because Allan's told me he has a friend with a car that we really should see. The car is a Volkswagen Bora, and I'm not convinced that this is going to be particularly exciting, but Allan here is.
Yeah. This is something particularly special. It's my friend Anthony Warrior, Wazza, better known as Wazza. You just tell me if you think it's boring by the end of the day.
So it's a Volkswagen Bora.
Yeah.
So how long have you actually had it? How long have you owned it?
11 years.
And did you buy it new or second hand?
Bought it second hand.
So you bought it second hand 11 years ago,
Yeah.
and it was a normal Volkswagen Bora,
Yeah.
just normal car, right?
Very standard.
So you've obviously embarked on this mission to make it very non-standard.
Yeah.
Very non-standard. Why?
For the love, really, for the fact that I wanted to make it my own.
Right.
My own car, not just a VW Bora.
Right. So you didn't do it for the purposes of money or anything like that. It's purely to differentiate it. So there's nothing else like it.
No, just the passion of doing it as well.
And there really is nothing else like it. Low is a lifestyle. Tell me about that.
It's all about driving your car as low as you can. I can't really drive it as low as I can with those back wheels on now. But
Right.
It was all about that.
Okay, so we're going to start walking around here. So we're looking at the wheels first. Now I notice on here it's got Ferrari. So are they actually real Ferrari wheels?
Yeah, they are. They're off a 599 and they're off the HGT model, which is the performance model.
So you've got Ferrari 599 high performance wheels.
Yeah.
And Ferrari
So,
brake calipers.
Four piston calipers.
So it's not just a Ferrari badge. These are the actual real wheels and the real proper Ferrari brake calipers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did they fit okay? Just straight on, no issues, or did
No,
you have to make mods to this?
The wheels themselves are a different stud pattern, so you've got to get adapters made for them.
Right.
And the discs themselves, they had to be machined with different holes in them to make them fit.
Right.
And
Okay.
then custom brackets to make the caliper fit
Okay.
as well.
Okay. Wow. I mean, just the wheels alone are just amazing. They are amazing. And I noticed as well, this gap here,
Yeah.
obviously, is really low. So it's obviously has to go up somehow, does it? Do you have like a
Yeah, it does.
a
It
jack?
has air ride suspension on it.
Right. Okay.
So in place of the spring, there's an airbag,
Right.
and that's controlled by a controller. So that can go up and down.
Okay.
At the touch of a button.
So tell me about these tyres, because they are absolutely massive. The width of the tyres. So how did you get those tyres?
Right. So with the tyres, what it is the tyres are actually stretched on. So if
That's stretched on.
Yeah, they're stretched on. So basically, the tyre is too small for the wheel, for the width of the wheel. If I was to fit the correct size tyre, pretty much the wheels wouldn't fit on my car. So that's an 11-inch wide rear wheel, and that should have a 385 40 tyre on it, and that's actually got a 245 30 tyre on it.
So what have you changed on the outside down here then?
On the outside, the bumpers have been smoothed.
Right.
The doors have been smoothed.
Right.
And the wheel arches, we've extended the wheel arches 2 inches.
And what do you mean by smoothed?
The rub strips have been taken out the doors.
Right.
So halfway down the door there will have been a rub strip.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's the same with the front and
And
rear
that's all
bumpers.
gone.
Yeah, and they've all been removed.
So if we go around the back as well. So exhaust pipes on here.
Yeah.
These are those I presume not standard.
No, they're not standard. No, that's an aftermarket stainless steel exhaust.
We're going to have a look inside the boot. Now, this is not a boot that you would want to put your shopping in. You couldn't put anything really in here, could you?
No.
To be honest, because it is absolutely full of audio kit. All of this is a subwoofer.
Yeah. And then in front of that you've got an
And in
amplifier.
front of that we've got the amp.
Yeah.
There's the amp. And that is such a nice, it's carbon, so we've got carbon fibre.
Yeah.
But that's not any carbon fibre that I've seen before. It looks goldish.
It's got a copper strand running through the carbon fibre weave. The bit at the back that's an air tank for the air ride system.
Right.
That's been skinned. It's a metal tank underneath, but it's been skinned in carbon fibre.
Right.
And then resined over the top and then lacquered.
In here, this is all carbon fibre. Is it real carbon
Yeah,
fibre?
this is the same process that was used on the tank. So we took the original plastic parts,
Yeah.
and we stripped them of the original material,
Right.
and then they were laid up and skinned in carbon fibre.
This is not a Volkswagen Bora interior by any stretch of the imagination, is it?
No.
It's just nothing like it. There's all this, so you've got this leather here.
Yeah, this is a full dashboard and
Right.
centre console out of a Mark 1 Audi TT.
But this leather on here with the stitched crosshatch leather, because that's not standard, is it?
No,
by
it's
any
not.
means?
No, that doesn't come in an Audi TT because the A-pillars on an Audi TT are wider. It leaves gaps on the top of the dashboard, so I had to come up with an inventive way to cover them.
Right.
So I made a board and then got it trimmed in leather and diamond stitched.
My Lotus Exige had a Momo steering wheel identical to that. So we're going to have a look at the seats now, because again, these are not normal Volkswagen seats, they are Recaro seats, and they're proper Recaro racing seats,
Yeah,
aren't they,
are,
as
yeah.
well? They're the full thing. This is the proper, this is the real deal. Look at this. Let's have a look in the back. Now again, these are not normal. This is not what you get with a Volkswagen Bora. In fact, wouldn't it normally be 3 seats in
Yes,
the back?
they are, yeah.
But now we've only got 2 seats in the back. So where have these seats come from then?
These seats are out of a Mark III VW Scirocco.
Okay, so we've had a look at in the boot. We've had a look inside the car. We're now going to have a look at the engine. Are there any sort of modifications, anything that you've done in
The only real
here?
visual modification you can see in this one is the engine cover, which is off a
black engine
VW
cover.
Touran,
Right.
and it's been
It's a
painted
Touran.
in this like wrinkle effect paint.
Yeah. And you can see that really well
Yeah.
actually on here.
And then it's got I don't know why, but I've got a Bentley.
I was going to say,
Continental
is
oil
that...
cap.
So here we have a Bentley Continental oil cap that happens to just fit. Well, I suppose it's coming out the Volkswagen
Yeah, it's
group,
Volkswagen
isn't it?
group,
It's all
yeah.
coming out the Volkswagen parts
It
bin.
is, yeah.
So we're now going to try the sound system. Are you phoning a friend there?
It's Bluetooth.
So what he's doing here, so he's controlling the sound system with his iPod.
Yeah, man, on the road, he doing promo. You said keep our business on the low, low. I'm just trying to get you out the friend zone.
You're controlling that with your phone from here to there, and you can turn the volume up and down. You can do everything from your mobile phone. So really, you don't need to go to Glastonbury. You could save a lot of money by just having this out, parking it in a field, inviting your friends and charging them tickets to actually come and just listen to the car.
Send me off to rehab. Just started feeling like it's decaf.
I can't see all of this and not know what it's like to go in it. Control here is allowing you to adjust the height of the car.
Yeah,
It's
it is,
pumping
yeah.
up the pressure in the
air,
car.
in the air,
Right. So what is the VW scene?
At the minute, it's about big wheels, air ride.
Right.
You know, I've been different with your interior, hence
Right.
the TT dashboard.
Right.
It's a lot of people are doing the same stuff, but
Well, why VW though? Does it lend itself to being easily customisable compared to other types?
I don't suppose it does. No, any car is customisable. When you go to this sort of level, You could customise any car to this kind of level.
Right.
Because it's, I don't know, this is what you call extreme customisation.
It is extreme. Yes. So the modifications to the engine are straight through exhaust going in.
From the turbo back.
Right.
It's got a modified air intake.
Modified air intake.
Yeah,
right.
It's got an engine remap on it.
Right.
Which it's not a mega amount of power, but it takes it to 165 horsepower.
Right.
Just short of 300 foot-pounds of torque.
Right.
But it was only 115 horsepower when I bought it.
115.
Yeah.
So you've taken it from 115 to 165 with all this stuff on it. You know, your engine mod, your air suspension, the wheels. All these things will affect the handling from the manufacturer's original concept.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And is it still? It's still. You know, when you're going up and down the motorway, so it's still okay, is it?
Oh yeah. The thing with it is when you want to throw it about, it handles well. But then on a nice smooth motorway, because it's got the air ride on it,
it's
like a factory ride.
Right.
Just drove off and left me behind. Right, I'll just stay here for 5 minutes after this.
It feels really low down, actually. You do feel very, very low to the ground.
Yeah.
Very low.
Because of the seats as well. The seats are like custom subframes that are made, and they're quite low. They're a lot lower than
Right.
At one point I had 7 sets of wheels for this car.
7 sets?
Yeah. So my garage was like a wheel.
Yeah,
shop.
just a wheel shop.
Yeah.
And down here, so we've got this proper stereo system down here as well.
Like a 5-channel equaliser.
I was going to say graphic equaliser. It reminds me of the graphic equalisers I used to put on my cars back in the 80s.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's a graphic equaliser. It is an awesome thing. It's incredible. So to you then, it's about just having the pleasure of doing the modifications yourself.
Yeah, doing the modifications myself, going out, driving it and enjoying it, taking it to shows so other people can love it or hate it.
And luckily you've got a really great garage there, a double garage effectively, to be able to do this in. Because anyone who wants to do this, they're going to need a garage really, you able to put it in. You can't just, you know, you've got to know what you're doing. Yeah, phenomenal. It's been really good.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's nice, but I never got to go in it.
No, but I'm sure he'll take you out at some point, Allan.